So the Expos are still kind of struggling. Right?
Yeah, they're kind of going through the motions. You get that impression anyways. The wind had to be blowing in at Wrigley this afternoon. Greg Hibbert scattered 4 hits over 8 in the third innings as the Cubs beat the Expos 2-0. Expos have now dropped 2 of 3 in that 4-game series in Chicago. It looked like the two would play scoreless ball all day long. Moises Alou defensively on Derek May in left center. For the Cubs, it was Mark Grace at first taking the line drive shot away from Darren Fletcher. Red-hot Sammy Sosa gave Hibbert all the run support he would need. He takes Hill deep to left, his 29th. No question about it, 1-0 Cubs. They get another one to make it 2-0. Sosa on pace for a 30-30 season. Expos' only threat came in the 9th. With the bases juiced, Jose Batiste K's Alou and then gets Frank Bullock to pop up to end this one. And the Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win. 2-0 final. There you have it. Hibbert picks up to win his 10th. Hill, the loser in this one, 7-4. Batista gets the save, his first. Sosa's 29th home run. 3 other games this afternoon, one of importance, all in the American League. The Yankees and Texas in New York. The Rangers never trailed. Dean Palmer, home run way back in left center field, his 23rd of the season. Palmer was a one-man wrecking crew. He muscles a Jim Abbott pitch into center field, which scored another one, 4-1 Rangers. Palmer's third ribby on the afternoon, and Abbott was gone and did not like it. Solid 9th inning for the Terminator, Tom Hankey, with his 29th save, and the Rangers win this one 4-2. They are now a game and a half back of the Blue Jays in that East Division race. There you have it. Rangers over Yankees by a score of 4-2. Elsewhere in the American League this afternoon, Athletics beat the Brewers 2-1. That's a final. Big game. Baltimore and Seattle, and the Birds finally snapped that long losing streak, beating the Mariners 8-1. Well, the Expos have now dropped, like I said, 2 of 3 in Chicago. And yesterday's twin bill, the kid looked good, while the so-called ace of the staff stunk the place out. This and more we're taking a second look at from yesterday's highlights.
Not worth a dime, certainly not the $100,000 a start he's getting. Martinez wanted to be traded at the All-Star break. He wasn't. Yesterday, 5 walks, 6 more earned runs in 7 innings against the Cubs. Since the All-Star break, no wins in 7 starts and an earned run average of 7.11. Draw your own conclusions. Expos lose the game 7-2. Game 2. Somebody who wants to be here, at least for now, Kirk Reeder. In and out of trouble all afternoon, calmly threw an 11-hitter at the Cubs through 6 2/3, the usual 0 walks, and a gritty 6-4 Expos victory. All right, now it's time to wave the flags. Get mean. Time to get serious. Time for the plays of the day. Expos Cubs, Sammy Sosa on the sinking line drive by Larry Walker. Ron Gant helping the Braves move to within 6.5 of the Giants. From the infield, the Cubs' Steve Buechele on Randy Reddy of the Expos from behind the bag at third, and he gets the out. Roberto Alomar on Cleveland's Albert Bell, spinning and firing. The Royals' Chico Lean diving on the drive by Minnesota's David McCarty and starting the 4-6-3. McCarty tries one more time and again leaned with the stab and the spin and the out. And how about this? Joey Cora of the White Sox flat out and then on his knees falling backward to nail Boston's Scott Fletcher. Eric Karros of the Dodgers looking up at the tarp and he drops it. Eric, go hide your head in shame.
Well, elsewhere in sports, the old man says that he will skip the U.S. Open. Former Expo Yvonne Calderon is now looking for work, and the book is now open on the controversial father-daughter relationship between Mary Pierce and her dad, Jim. Pierce tells all in a special report in the August issue of Sports Illustrated. She says her father physically abused her to the point where she feared for her life. She was forced to hire bodyguards and obtain a restraining order to protect herself. Pierce says she hesitated to take action because she was concerned about how unpredictable he was. The father would often beat her after a loss or a bad practice session. Pierce has been banned from attending tennis matches by the Women's Association for a year after an outburst at the French Open this year. He has denied physically abusing his daughter. Baseball news, Boston Red Sox have put former Expo Ivan Calderon on waivers for the purpose of giving him his unconditional release. He's been a bust with the Bo Sox, hitting .221 with a homer and 19 ribbies. The Mets have sent Anthony Young to AAA, a move which is about a year and a half too late. He was 1-15 this year, but earlier this month set a major league record by losing his 27th straight game. The Philadelphia Eagles have signed three-time All-Pro wide receiver Mark Duper to a one-year contract. He was cut earlier this week by Cincinnati after 11 years with the Dolphins. They won't have Jimmy Connors to kick around at the upcoming U.S. Open Tennis Championship. Connors is 41 and has been injured the past couple of years. 42-year-old Roberto Duran continued his comeback with a victory over a game Sean Fitzgerald. It was his 99th career fight. There's talk Duran will fight for the 100th time in Montreal, site of the 1980 showdown between Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard. Be a dandy, we'll be there.
Thank you very much,
Okay,
Randy.
Mitz.
International news is next.